Hello everyone, good morning. Today I would like to talk about the issues which we faced in our environment, the things, how it goes, and how it happened, and how we resolved it, and how we uh, implement as a part of service improvement. So let's talk about those details today. So there was a one client which is called TT. So there we have one is monthly refresh, one is second one is weekly refresh. So as a part of weekly refresh, we need to perform the three database refresh, and three and the one monthly DB refresh. So here all our works on the same, like recently the team whatever earlier was there, so that team worked with the tools team, and they have configured the all the steps, whatever the steps that involved from the scratch. So for example, scratch in the sense like first one stopping the TB, and no, not stopping. First one is taking the pre-checks as a part of the things which we need to implement post that. So taking the DDL of the schema, taking the passwords. Okay, so kind of things it will done, and then it's going to stop the DB, and it will open in restriction mode, and then it's going to drop the DB, and it's going to bring it to no mode state, and it will start the duplication. So duplicate target database, and here what will happen is production name is different, target name is different. Okay, production production is for example O02, and non-prod is U02. So with the help of the backups which was ran in the production, that we are going to restore it. So whatever the steps, I can say high level, the pre-checks and the restoration step, and then post checks, all this will be integrated with the tool. So what we usually do as a part of DBA, our part is we need to make sure that first the here what the process will work. So whenever the backup runs in the production, okay, that production, once the backup is completed, so that is going to be uploaded to the S3 automatically via the with the help of scripts. Once it is uploaded to the S3, from there S3 we need to we do have one a kind of network SharePoint only, which is associated with the production and non-prod. So that is uploaded to that account, that S3 storage. From S3 we have to download it to the non-production, which will help for the restoration. So that's what the strategy here. All the steps, pre-checks and post-checks, everything will be carried out with the help of the tool. But as a part of DBA, so what we have to make sure that, so all the backup, so first we need to make sure that the start time end time of the production DB, and once the start time end time we know, so then we need to think about like what is the size of the what is the size of the uh, DB backups in the production, whether that same amount of the dump is copied to the S3 bucket or not, that we need to make sure that. So once that is copied, so then we need to make sure that the count of the files and everything, so then from there we have to download it to the non-production. So, and once it is done, the very important thing which we need to remember, the two things. One is you need to make sure that the size of the dump should be same as the local file system. We cannot rely on the S3 because there might be issue while the production backup is completed, it's uploading to the S3, so there it might be an issue. So we need to make sure that. So that's why if the backup pieces remains in the local file system, it's always better to take a reference of the size of the backup dump and the count of the backup files, to make sure that all is copied to the non-production. That is the first thing. So once that is done, so then as I told you, it is already integrated with the tool will take care of this. Like they are going to run the pre-checks. So as a part of pre-checks, everything will be covered, like kind of taking the DDL of the system and bringing into no mount state and dropping it and bring up into the no mount state. That will be done. Under the restoration state, what will happen? So with the help of RCV file, so it's going with the take in the RC file, what we'll mention, we'll just mention the data file conversion from prod to this one, and the duplicate command. If it requires, we'll put the set line command also to point in time recovery along with the redo log files. So with the help of this, it's going to perform the restoration. Once the restoration is done, so then we need to the people only will, if here what once the restoration is completed, what we usually encounter the issues is, so the first thing is we need to the archive issue. So even though we are trying to copy the archive logs, it's keep on asking only. For example, the backup is completed at 1 a.m., but it still keep on asking the additional archives to make it consistent and to open with the reset logs. So that's why we need to make sure that, so whenever you are looking for specific backup, you need to make sure that you should copy 1 day before backup. Usually the best practice is at least you should copy the 2 hours prior archive backups and 2 hours after full backup, along with the during the backup what are all the archives that is happening, that also you need to make sure that. So that is very important, otherwise you will definitely get an error that the DB is looking for the latest archive log only. So that is the thing. So like that, this is the process usually. But so coming to yesterday's issue which we encounter, so let me talk about that. So the first thing is total 4 DBs were there. Let me talk about the monthly refresh. So for the monthly refresh, what will happen? The team has copied the backup dumps from production to, like it is already copied to S3, so they just downloaded from that. And then we asked the basis team to trigger the initiate the job from the tool, but it didn't happen. Like it went well. Here the problem is it went well for the till the restoration and recovery it failed. It was stating that some archives got missed. Then one of our colleague, like she found that the archives got missed. Oh my god, what, we don't have any idea. We have to deliver the system within 1 day only, like by the weekend, but we are not very sure. And moreover, the DB size is around 1 TB, where we cannot able to handle that. Like it will take some more time. Like the archives like here what will happen, whatever the full backup that is completed and moved to the S3, from there it is downloaded, but those backup pieces are no longer available in the production. That's very pathetic situation. So she was also like in kind of panic mode, and she was worrying. At the time, what will happen? I just planned for the trip with my lead to visit my hometown. So we were on the travel. I keep on getting a call. So this is not happening. That is not happening. We need your help. Something like that. So what I immediately, like I told them, like it's not possible for me to log in. So then what I did, I just told them. So once I reached Bangalore, like we just started at the 9 a.m. only from Bangalore to visit my hometown, and then we reached and we spent time with my family and all, and then I returned to the Bangalore by 11 p.m. So then I supposed to log in, and then even I suggested her. So here the problem is what will happen for the monthly refresh one. So they're done, but are not able to open it. Like basically what will happen when we are using the duplicate command, here what will happen, the production name is different and the non-prod is different. So when the production name, it has to take care of the things to convert the DB name as well. So if that is to happen, then we should apply the required logs without fail. Otherwise we cannot able to open it, because if we bring it to the mount state, in the mount state it is showing the production name only, that's not the non-production. Once there is all the necessary archives has been applied, then only it will convert into the non-production. That is the problem. So that is the same thing happened. Then she called to her lead also. Then she decided to leave this backup aside and start triggering the new backup. So we are planning to, so they plan to perform that backup. So she triggered it, so somehow that is completed, and we were trying to uh, perform the, like, that is also here what will happen, that is also taking very much long time. It's like I think 4 to 5 hours to upload, and from there downloading also it was taking very long time. So like that it was happened. So for this prospect, like, even in the other hand, what I did, so I logged in at the, I told you right, at 11 p.m. I just logged in, and there I spent a time to, like, here the problem is every time they keep on pinging us. Check this TV, check this. Like I told you, right? The 4 TVs are there. Check this TV, check this TV, that TV. I told them, okay, first let me count one by one and we'll see the priority one. So then I focused on the weekly refresh only. So on the weekly refresh, we tried all the possible ways to perform it. Somehow it got failed, stating that so for one of the DBT stating that TDE issue encryption. There was a one TDE which we are using to copy from the prod to non-prod so that the refresh will go well. But from the tool it is throwing an error. For 2 DBs it is TDE encryption is issue, and the third one it is showing that not able to find the backup pieces. Even oh my god, I realized that the team didn't copy the backup pieces also for third DB. So then I, just to make sure that all the backup pieces are uploaded to S3, then I am the one who downloaded it all, and then I told them to run it, but still there was some errors, not able to figure it out from the tool. Then I said I have tried 4 ways. Like I just tried at the first one what I tried, okay, let's go with the duplication, but that didn't work. Then I thought of, okay, let's restore with the same production DB name only. So just I brought up the DB with the P file of the production DB, and then I brought into mount state, and then I was trying to restore. That is also didn't work. For that I have created the scripts for control file restoration as well as the DB restoration, but still that doesn't work. I was literally tired, not able to, like, they keep on pinging us when it's going to resolve, when it's going to resolve. Sometimes the archives was not copied properly, so due to that struggle, then I told them, like, for that R3B database I'll take care of from my end, so we are not going to use the tool as of now for the restoration. So then somehow what I did, so I have checked everything, like the lesson learned what I did, like what is the count of the backup dumps and everything from the production, like production, and then make sure that everything is copied to the S3, from S3 to non-production, they all are copied, and make sure that everything I have verified. Then I have copied total complete 2 days. So one is to complete 2 days archive logs. One is before the activity, and after is, and after the archive logs. Before 1 day before archive logs, 1 day after archive logs. All together I have copied together and just applied. That is fabulous. Like, it is completed successfully. I felt very happy. So for this only, let me tell you how much time I spent first of all. So I told you, right, I returned at 11 p.m. and then I spent time to work on that till next day 3:30 a.m. Till that I have spent. Then I slept, and then I woke up again. I received a call from basis team. We need at least the third DB. I told you, right, R3B, that is very much important. So then what I did, okay, let's complete that. So I focused on, so I just logged in at 9 a.m. Then till next day, I think around continuously the whole day, and the next night, I think till 5 a.m. also I was setting for that only. So first I'm doing this one, first I'll check 1 DB, then I'll switch to the other DB, that DB, this DB, like that I keep on doing somehow. So for we have completed the R3B, it is completed successfully after getting these many errors. So that is what I told you, the lesson learned. We need to make sure that all the dumps are everything properly copied, then only it is yeah, I'm recollecting the issue. So when I was trying to restore it, it is showing it was not able to create the directory for the data file selection. I thought, okay, there might be permission issue. I have created it, Okay, and then I have searched in the chat GPT also. Okay, there might be permission issue. I have given all the permissions and I have created manually also. I have, and that is didn't work. Then I have created new directory again. I also tried. So like that, finally I realized that whatever the backup is that is required, that is not properly copied at all. That is a big mess up. So then everything is done again, then it worked well. So that is the first issue. So what I realized, so I have tried all the possible ways, but the only thing I missed is you need to make sure that all the backup terms are related to that it needs to be copied. Otherwise it will throws like that kind of error only, not able to create the system data file. Maybe of course that is mentioned in the script as the first place, might be we are getting. If we place another data file, it might create, but at the end of the day, once it comes to that, it will throw an error only. So from the blog, it was showing it might be an issue with the incarnations, it might be an issue with the backup pieces, but I still okay. Maybe all the backups copied, all the backup copies are like all the backup dumps are copied. Why we need to worry about that? But the thing is, that's the problem. So that is a big lesson which I learned from that. So I would always recommend you guys, like whenever you're performing that, so we need to make sure that all the full backup archelog prior to one day, prior after one day, that should be copied, and we need to make sure that that much space is available in the non-production to make sure that we can keep there. So then only proceed with the restoration. Otherwise I would recommend not to go with anyone. So that is the thing that is completed. And there was one more U54, that DB also somewhat completed, and then I asked them not to go with the restoration, just skip the step and go ahead with the post checks. So that is also completed. So we were able to successfully deliver handover the two systems, that is U54 and the second one is the first one is U54 and the second one is R3P. So that is completed successfully. And then the third one, it come into the picture, that is E1C, that is monthly refresh, and there was a U02. So that was complete, that was also pending. I keep on trying. So there are I think 3 times that U02 failed with looking for the very after very long archive sequence. That means the production backup was completed at 1 a.m. but it was keep on looking for the after 6 hours backup also. I don't know what happened. So that was very big issue. So that's why what I did, I just checked it. So so this is not here that the problem is we don't have a space at the file system level to copy some more archeologs from the S3. So that is very big of miss. I have manually checked everything. So once it failed for the specific archelog, what we usually do for that specific log in the production, we will just see what is the corresponding backup piece. So whether that big backup piece is available from where we have copied or not, that we need to verify. Like that I have keep on verifying that somehow. So finally to fix that issue, what I did, I just put the set time to make sure that it should not go for the archeologs which is after 4 hours or 3 hours. So like that I fixed that issue. That is was progress. The restoration was progress for the U02. And the last one, but not the least, that is E1C. For that E1C, what I did, so I have copied all the so for this, even what will happen for this, they have already tried. So I keep on trying, I think thrice actually. It's keep on looking for the, like currently we are using the backup of 27th backup from the production, but it was keep on looking for the archive backup of the archive log of the 15th June. Oh my god, what I had to do. I tried 3 times, but it is getting the same error only. Then I realized, so there is, because earlier they performed partially, so whatever the restoration was done, so based on that data files it is taking as a reference and is looking for the 15th only. So what I did here, the problem is we cannot able to stop and we cannot able to drop the DB, since this is a production DB, and when I was trying to drop it with the monster, it is showing we cannot drop the DB with when we're using the clone. Like it is a clone one, right? It's not the actual DB, and even I was not able to bring up in the non-production DB because that is not the name. The control file name is different. So that is very tough. So then what I did, I decided let's go ahead and drop at the file system level. So I have cleared all the file systems at the um, database level. Then I started again restoration. That went well. Magically it was in progress. So then I really free from that issues after sitting these many round the clock. So I also informed the team this is how we like I spent the time. So finally I just hand over the system. So this is, and I even told the team to keep monitor all the restore logs. So that's how like he just this is the lesson which I learned from, and this is how we resolved it. Thank you guys.